Gideon. Not Arlenaise, Gideon. Thank you for giving me your Minecraft actual name, Arlenaise. Just gonna put you back down right there, hit you with one of these, there we go. I'm gonna keep this saying Arlenaise, and actually that's how I'm just gonna do these from now on, so let's go ahead and make sure that the name is visible. Nope, perfect. I'm gonna keep the name off, that way I don't get confused when you guys talk to me in the comments of videos, right? Like, if I just see, you know, the Gideon on there, I'm gonna be like, okay, Gideon hasn't commented in a long time, even though Arlenaise may have, you know, commented. Oh, also, this is the Church of the Iron God, Blood God, Iron Blood God. Yeah, and if you didn't see the last episode, I strongly recommend you check it out because there's some deep, dark secrets down here. They're doing some pretty sketchy stuff to the old iron golems down here. Ooh, it's so good. It's so good. Oh, I love it. It's so good. Okay, yeah. Yeah, if you want to see more of that, watch the last episode. Let's get out of here. I have a pretty ridiculous some kind of idea-ish for this area. So I just found this program on the interwebs, and you tell it how big of a radius you want it to be, and it generates a circle for you to kind of follow. But I don't think there's a tool to put it in game for me to like map it out. So I'm gonna have to count it pixel by pixel and do it by hand in the game. It's gonna be ridiculous. I got an idea though. We're gonna do this giant, massive area, and it's going to be absolutely ridiculous. A big circle. This whole place is getting terrifying. Okay, maybe not in this episode, but this whole place is getting terrifying, and I mean giant. This island over here is going to still be the center, but it's going to be a giant circle area, 1,000 blocks by 1,000 blocks, so literally 1,000 blocks that direction, 1,000 blocks in that direction, 1,000 blocks in that direction, 1,000. It's going to be a giant circle. Kind of like, I guess, now that I'm thinking about it, Midgar from Final Fantasy VII, how that's like a giant city and it's split into different sections. Except there's all one cohesive style. We're gonna have a bunch of different styles, and it's gonna be amazing. So, yes. Also, because it's gonna be such a big project, I need my wings! And I'm gonna show you a clip right now, because last time, we were working on that church back there, I kept running out of limestone, and guess what happened? Oh, boy. Look at this. Of course, naturally I run out of limestone, so here I am, collecting limestone. When do you ever see this block? Yep, we found a stronghold. There it is. Okay. We're not that far under my base, honestly. Episode 1, we went into a random cave. This is that random cave. So, yeah, there might be some context issues or whatever with that last clip, but basically, we stumbled upon the stronghold. I genuinely had no idea it was even over here, but we are technically, I did move world spawn to, you can see that we're at 4,300 by 3,200. I found a cool spot that I wanted to build at. So, this is a pretty reasonable distance for it, so I'm not terribly surprised. Alright, let's head down there, get this portal all lit up. What do I got? I got a silk touch, perfect. Bookshelves. Yeah, it's gonna be cool stuff down there, let's go get it. And here's the stronghold room, that was fast. Alright, well, here's the dragon room. I'm not technically prepared for this at the moment, but we got it. I'm gonna clear out the whole thing, and then we're gonna be jumping through this right now. I'm scared. But I got my pumpkin, so we should be fine. And let's go! Oh boy, this is a terrible place to be. Let's just speed through this, shall we? And just like that, the dragon, so easy. Oh, it's so loud! Alright, great, let's get the egg and move on. Gotta get out of here. How many of you guys actually like seeing End City raids? Because I'm actually not a huge fan of them. I don't like watching them, and I don't like doing them. But here we are, I got that, I think, totally sacked. There might be one or two shulkers still hidden around. And just like that, bam! We got the wings! And a couple good things. The vanishing's not that great. I haven't died yet, so vanishing's actually not terrible. Alright, the only thing left to get is the head. Give it to me. Yes! Haha! Alright, let's get the heck out of here. Now, we're gonna do something pretty cool. Alright, so I know the ship was on the far, like, away from us. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna leave a waystone behind. Deep in the end. There we go. That way, if we ever want to come back, we're literally picking up wherever we left off, and then when we come back, we'll just pick up the waystone and take it with us. Easy peasy. I think I misspoke in that clip when I was like 1,000 blocks, 1,000 blocks. It's actually 500 blocks out, 500 blocks out, 500 blocks. So it's 1,000 in total, not 1,000 in each direction. It's 500 in each direction. So I want to do it from the center of the island, so I just need to kind of pick a center, I guess. I don't really care if it's like exact. It's going to be so large that this thing's effectively just always going to be at the center. But gotta pick the center. I gotta go 500 blocks out and then start doing the circle. And it was a pain in the butt. I found a program online and it let me generate a circle, but it's so large that it's blurry and you can't tell how many blocks are in each line. So I had to painstakingly replicate the circle in paint, and I got one quarter of it worked out. Yeah, I'm gonna do that now, and it's gonna take probably a few days because it's massive. All right, while the other winter, me, is on the surface doing the circle-y bit again, still me, just doing it at a different time. I'm gonna do something that's been pretty important that we haven't been doing, and that is clearing out a chunk for slime. Why did this not give me haste 2? I swear, sometimes you select for it to give you haste 2, and then it doesn't give you haste 2. Anyway, I gotta clear out this slime chunk and start a slime farm, because the create mod requires a lot of slime for all of the things that I want to do with it. And I don't have any slime. So, yeah, that's something we're gonna have to do. And I know it's a slime chunk. I have gotten my first slime. So here we go. Let's clear out a chunk while we build a giant 1,000 block radius circle. Fun day, this one. Man, that didn't take too long. You know what I really like about the new Deep Dark is farms, like the Iron Golem farm and the slime farm are just so much bigger than their older vanilla, well, I guess it was always vanilla, the older version's counterpart, right? All of the black layer, like, this is space that we only get in these new versions, right? When it starts to turn gray right up there, right on this line, everything about that was basically the edge. Like, that's as deep as you could go. Like, there's so much more space now for slime farmage. Of course, I do gotta set up all of the bottom collection facility, and I still gotta dig out some spaces going all the way up on both sides and filling them with iron golems to tease the slimes off the side, so we still got a long ways to go on this, but I'm curious how other Winter's doing with his giant circle, so let's go find out. Boy, I sure hope other Winter's having a better time than me. When you lose count on this enormous circle, you have to go all the way back to the beginning and just recount the blocks again, just to make sure you're in the right spot. But, you know, having said that, let's take a look at it. It's coming along. We're at 1/4. We're at 1/4. We can't even load both sides. Like, there's a way over there, and then of course over here. By the time we reach that side, we won't be able to see this side anymore. A quarter. It's a quarter of the space. Did we go too big? I don't know. Probably. We're gonna find out for sure though. Other corners should be right. Yep, right there. Oh my goodness. And of course we turn around and yep, it's gone. And if you're wondering, our base is right over here. And I should enchant my Yeah, I should enchant these. There's our base, right there. I mean, we're not... Yeah, you can kind of see it. I'm sure once we're over here, specifically. You're not going to be able to see the ring from the center, are you? No, you're not. Oh my goodness. That's a big circle. So this block is to denote the center point. So you can see there's that outpost? Pillager outpost, I think is what it's called. Oh, right. Nope, that's grass. I thought it was our blocks. It's not. Very large. All right, I'm gonna enchant my wings real quick, and then I guess we're gonna put more blocks in. Very nearly 4,000 blocks. And there's a little downside. I'd have to crank up the world render distance pretty much to the maximum to even have a chance of seeing the entire perimeter that we've outlined here. But I'm not gonna do that. It is in place, and if we do follow it, you will very easily see that it does go all the way around. This is a massive circle. So basically everything inside of this circle is our playground. We're gonna be doing a lot of stuff inside the circle, but I need to make up my mind about what we're gonna do with the circle. These are either gonna be like some kind of future, like, oh, it's getting real framey over here. Some futuristic like wall, like some really big tall wall, which would be kind of neat, I guess, like steampunky, futuristic, medieval, all that kind of mixed together. Or use it as like a frame to like start like doing our own mountain peaks, and then like on the inside we carve it down and have this like be a really steep deepness. The only downside to that I could see is we'll have to be very clever about how we do the training so that the existing builds here aren't horribly affected by it. Like somehow they would still have to be on top of like some kind of pillar or something, so they would be standing. I'm not sure yet. Definitely looking for ideas and suggestions. So if you guys have any ideas what we should do with the circle, I'd love to hear them in the comments below. But I'm curious how far Other Winter is with our slime farm. I'm glad to hear Other Me's doing really well with that giant circle. That sounds like a pain in the butt, and I wouldn't want to do it. So I discovered that with the new depth, it's so weird. Like, we got the top floor like perfectly positioned so stuff can spawn on it. If you go even a block higher, nothing will spawn on that top layer. So I'm like trying to squeeze in the perfect amount, and it just so happens that if you burrow into the first layer of the bedrock, you can get, if we look right here, you can have exactly an additional floor. So here I am digging through, and we're just lucky that the bedrock on the very first layer is amenable enough that I'm able to fit in everything I need for powering the rails and getting the hoppers, and it could have been a nightmare. Oh, my texture pack removes the minecart. I forgot it makes the minecarts invisible. I hardly ever use them. It's a little trick for keeping villagers in place and looking like that they're not actually just trapped in a minecart. But now I just gotta watch them and see if they get stuck or not. And also we'll see, like, those slime balls up there should get picked up. Yep, there they go. They got picked up. And additionally, we should be seeing, yep, stuff is pouring into these already. Awesome. Working like a charm already. Okay, we're just in testing mode. Basically the next thing I gotta do is probably dig down just one more layer and then slab everything I can, and hopefully there'll be enough walk space, right? Like, I can imagine I can walk over this way, I can reach both these chests, which is all there really is on this side. And then over here, it's gonna be challenging. Oh, here we go, yeah. I can walk around on this side, and then I think I would be trapped. Huh. I might have to do the old bedrock breaking trick, but that requires TNT and stuff, and I really don't want to do it. But I might have to bust out a few pieces of bedrock in here. Okay, I suppose. Woo! Dodged a bullet. Okay, so as it turns out, I didn't have to break any bedrock, thankfully, because even with the slab on top to prevent any potential spawning, you hold shift and you jump and you're just on top of it. Just enough room to get through and reach all of our chests. So this actually worked out great. Now the only thing left for this farm is the iron golems. That's all we gotta do, is install the iron golems on both sides of the walls, And then technically this thing will be ready to go, AFKable. We'll have our slime, and we can do the create stuff. And in fact, I think we should go do some create stuff right now, because I have the slime for it. And this is where things are going to get a little weird, I think. We're going to have to take out the chains, and that's going to be an issue, but... Or, well, not an issue, but it's gonna look a lot less cool, and that's always an issue. Yeah, I know. Oh, I know, I miss you already. But that's fine. We're gonna... I think I got this right. I can get you, yeah. I can get you because I got a jumping thing. Yeah. I missed it. Nailed it. Easy. Anyway, I think I'm doing this right. I have this windmill bearing, and the windmill bearing is the kind where things spin like this and not like this. And I don't know if mechanical bearing can do either one, but I know the windmill for sure. So basically what I need to do is I need to get this drawbridge attached to this block, right, on one of the sides. And then when we power this thing, get this spinning, it will lift this guy up and it'll spin this guy down. Ideally, this guy's too tall, so he'll slam into the side of the building and then he won't be able to go any higher. And then when we go down, these things will clip on the edge here and it won't be able to go down any further. Ideally, I have some super glue here, so I'm going to have to additionally, one at a time, remove a block, put the glue down, put the block back. Remove a block, put the glue down, put the block back. Yeah, for every single one. So, it's a little tedious, but let's do it. Okay. I might not have the arm strength for this. First of all, I have to get rid of the windmill bearing because it requires windmill sail things. I don't need that. But the mechanical bearing does work. I tested it with a single block, works just fine. We're gonna see if it works at all. Oh! Okay. Yes, it broke some blocks. But it does work. Oh, that's weird. The trapdoors. Okay, I should have known the trapdoors aren't gonna rotate correctly. Right. That makes sense. I should have known that. So we'll have to, maybe I could think of a block that we can do something that's gonna work. Let's go to the other side and have a look at it. Oh, the wings are so nice. Yeah, it looks a little funny, doesn't it? Just a little bit. But yeah, we are gonna have to redo pretty much the whole outside of all of it. We knew that was gonna happen. Day one when we built this, I said we were gonna have to redo this gatehouse section. So I'm not too fussed about that. But I don't like the trapdoors the way they are. I might have to figure out a way to redo those. But otherwise it works flawlessly. Next step beyond fixing the blocks is setting this thing up for the daylight sensor, so it automatically closes and the gate goes down at night, and then when the sun comes up, the drawbridge comes down and the gate opens up. That's what I want. I want them to be automated because I think that'll be really cool. So yeah, we just gotta tear this down real fast and then we're gonna be able to do the redstone-y bit. Yes, I did have to do this in a creative world because I had no idea how I was going to do this. And it is kind of complicated that I'm going to have to explain it as I build it. So let's get ready for some redstone magic. Alright, let's see if I can do this from a single picture. So we're gonna do our sticky piston here. We're gonna need a block on top of that, but I won't worry about that for the moment. Let's see, we're gonna need these repeaters. These are important, right? So this guy's gonna go here, and I wrote some notes down because it's important, right? We're gonna go on this. Can I do the scrolling with it? Yes, I can. We're gonna take you all the way up to 19. We're gonna do this guy down. We're gonna take you up to 12. Yep, that's correct. And then I have these set for 1 second. I got a bunch of these. This guy goes here as well. You can go for 1 second. And then this guy goes here for 1 second. And this guy goes here for 1 second. And there's one more guy we gotta put up. But he's not 1 second. He's 3 seconds. The timings, oh my god. In the test world, doing anything where you have to wait for the actual day and night cycle to do stuff, oh my god, it's so tedious. Okay, so if I'm looking at this correctly, I believe I just need 2 redstone dust, and then we're going to do a daylight sensor. We're not going to put it in right now because it's going to wreak havoc. And then the other side, I can't actually see the dust, so I'll have to change the picture to see that one. Let's see, right here is the torch and a torch. And then these guys just connect up. Got a guy up top here, and then this guy right there. Okay. And then we need this piston down like that. Alright. Okay, I think, with the exception of a few pieces of dust and the nighttime sensor, this thing effectively works like this. Oh my gosh. As the sun rises, our daylight sensor is going to send a pulse out. These guys are going to temporarily delay, and what's cool about it is they don't just delay, it's just a pulse. So this is going to be a constant signal all day, but these guys are just going to get a quick blip, and then they're done. They're only going to send the power through for a moment, which will trigger our sticky pistons, which could be a normal piston, honestly, because the sticky doesn't do much. That's why we need the other piston. It does a quick circuit thing through, so this blips, and then, which might be totally unnecessary. I'm not a redstone genius, but basically this line, this guy is always powered, and I guess technically this guy's always powered too. This controls the direction of the bridge, right? It's going to control if it goes up or down, or even more down, or even more down, which is invertly going up in the wrong direction. It controls if it's going to go clockwise or counterclockwise. That's what that is for. So we keep it paired up like that, and then basically this sends a blip through perfectly timed to either, when it's daylight, it will flip the switch, telling it to change directions at the same time that the clutch is released and allows the bridge to move. That's what the clutch does. If it's powered, it stops the whole thing from moving, which is how we have it set right now. But since it sends the power through, they both become unpowered, which changes the direction of this and also activates it to move. Now when it's nighttime, these guys will be depowered because they're only a blip for this type of repeater, and these guys will activate. Now this one, you'll notice, is not connected to the gear shaft thing, whatever that is, so it doesn't change the direction, so it's in the default direction. So when this blips, it only undoes the clutch, activating it so it goes in the opposite direction, and it's perfectly timed, so it can only do 90 degrees of movement. It won't spin in circles, it'll either just go down to the way it perfectly is, or come up. Now, we have to put in the daylight sensors timed with the day, because if we do it wrong, that bridge is gonna move. And it's gonna move potentially in the wrong way. Now, I also did a lot of work, so this thing is sleepy time compatible. It will be ready to go when I set down a bed and I go to sleep. I can instantly sleep at night without fear of breaking this. So let's just put the stuff in and see if it works. Okay. So it's nighttime. The thing is supposed to come up, and I've set up that just those two pieces of log are connected to it. So it's in the up position because it's nighttime. The gate the drawbridge should have risen up so people don't have access at night. So that's what that's representing. I'm not connected to the main bridge. So when I sleep now, we should see that rotate into the down position. We should. We'll see. Sometimes from different worlds, different results. Okay, daytime. Clicking. Okay, so it goes in the other direction. Okay, so we need to fix it. So I don't know why that didn't work. I'm a redstone genius! This is why this sort of project is super tedious. Because I already fixed it, but I have to wait for the sun to set to see anything. So I'm just gonna stand here for 10 minutes and wait. Alright, I'll put a cut in if it comes to it, but I have the logs set up, these two again, so it's daytime, it's in the down position, so when that sun sets appropriately and this triggers, this should raise to be vertical. Okay, so let's see if that happens, and again, I'm just gonna do a quick cut, so you just see it right now. Nope, there we go, and it went the wrong way. Why does it keep going the wrong way? It keeps going the wrong way! Okay, should be happening soon. I think the problem was, and that should rotate up as if because it's in the down position, so it's wrong. Yeah, okay. I think the issue was this wasn't encased, it was getting too much daylight power, and I hadn't thought about that, so let's go back up to the top now. Oh, it went up again. Why is it going up? It's because I let in daylight. It's because I let in daylight, I think. That's fine. That's reset to the correct position, actually. So we should see it go down. Takes a moment. It takes a moment. But... you gotta check every nook and cranny, because the issue was that because this had spun in the wrong way and broke this block out, when this thing would attempt to rotate, it would let sunlight through, giving the daylight sensor gas, and it would screw up the whole thing. Like, you cannot let these things be exposed at the wrong times of day, which, side note, is most times of the day. So it stays in pure darkness. So now it's in the upright position because it's nighttime, the gate should be up. So now when I sleep, we should see it go down. It should finally work! Now, it should take a few moments because the daylight sensor is mostly encapsulated in darkness, daylight darkness, if that makes... Here we go. Yeah! Oh, it's so good! Perfect! So now I gotta be very careful about removing these blocks, because I'll probably end up breaking it, but I gotta get this whole bridge connected. And we're gonna replace these guys, and then we're gonna do the gates! Gates, thankfully, are super easy. Even a monkey can do the gates. Alright, I'm pretty sure I got it this time. So I did some changing, some tinkering around. I had to move this guy out, because of course in my test world, I didn't have the top of this thing on top of here. And then that is affecting the light levels, which changed everything. So I had to change that. And I ended up changing the delay of that thing in there to 10 seconds, which might still be overkill. It probably doesn't need to be that long. And then on this side, I isolated it in the middle, so in case I need to ever do maintenance, I can go in there without risk of this setting off. And so it gets its little daylight through that tiny little hole right there, and otherwise it's isolated from the rest of it that way. Again, you can enter now, and the top is all jerry-rigged to be set up, and it does have to be exactly this tall, minimum. Otherwise you'll see the top. Oh, yeah, here we go. Ooh, oh! Yeah. It all happened at the same time! Okay, so 10 seconds was perfect. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, so now we just have to sleep, and then we should be able to witness this all going back up. And... Okay. Now how long will it take the daylight side to trigger? Okay, it's enough time to walk in, and I'm up against the wall. I wish it was a little faster. Come on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's broken. Think I know what's wrong. Yep, it was exactly as I suspected. It technically was working, except it wasn't tuned so you could sleep immediately. You literally had to wait like 3 minutes before you could sleep, otherwise it would still be powered, and then when it became daytime, it would just remain powered, not giving it a signal. That was the issue. But now we should see, I should be able to sleep, I want to say almost immediately. There's one downside with this design. There's a chance I can break it by sleeping too fast. And that will be a problem, actually, because I like to sleep sometimes immediately. Like, I'll sit here and I'll just be right-clicking, wait for that sun to go down so I can sleep immediately. And if I do that, and this isn't set up to accommodate for that, it's gonna break. So we should see this should trigger any moment. And then, of course, after we verify that this is working, then I'll start testing to see if I can sleep immediately. Okay, gates are coming down. Drawbridges come up. Beautiful. It's all set. I should be able to sleep now. Okay, so I can sleep the moment this is down. Now we have to do the other part and see if I can just sleep whenever the game naturally lets me sleep, the earliest possible. It's going down. Haven't been able to sleep yet. Now I can sleep? Oh, tell me that that's flawlessly timed. Come on, bridge, go down. Bridge go down. It's flawlessly timed! I am the greatest redstone genius in the world! Nobody's better than me at this. We did it! We did it, and I can sleep as quickly as I want, and it all works. It's freaking brilliant. Oh my goodness. This is the greatest. I hope you guys enjoyed this because that's as far as I'm going today. This has been an absolute nightmare to figure out, but it was so much fun. I love the crate mod. It's so cool. But we got a slime farm. We got I told you these were gonna move. We got them moving. We got a big gatehouse that we need to still do stuff to. It's kind of ugly. I'd be the first to admit it. It's pretty freaking ugly, but it's holding all of our machinery, so it's necessary. But thank you for watching. Leave a like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.